Most people are afraid of dying. Not constantly, but quietly in the background. It shows up in small ways. The hesitation to waste time. The pressure to succeed. The feeling that life is moving faster than it should. Because whether we admit it or not, we know our time is limited. But what if it wasn't? Imagine a world where humans never die. No aging, no natural death, no countdown. At first, it sounds like the ultimate advantage. More time to learn, more time to build, more time to experience everything life has to offer. But that assumption hides something deeper. Because the value of time doesn't come from how much of it we have, but from the fact that it runs out. If humans lived forever, urgency would disappear. There would always be tomorrow, and the day after that, and the day after that. Dreams wouldn't feel important. Decisions wouldn't feel final. And action could always be delayed. Not because people are lazy, but because nothing would force them to act now. Deadlines create meaning. Without them, everything starts adrift. Over time, something else would begin to change. Motivation wouldn't disappear instantly. It would slowly fade. When every experience could be repeated endlessly, it stops feeling rare. Think about your favorite moment. Now imagine living it 1,000 times, 1,000,000 times. Eventually, even the most meaningful experiences would lose their intensity. Because part of what makes a moment valuable is knowing it won't last. Now zoom out even further. If no one dies, the world begins to fill indefinitely. Resources become limited. Opportunities become scarce. Progress slows down. New ideas struggle to replace old ones because nothing ever truly ends. History doesn't move forward, it accumulates. And eventually, the weight of the past becomes impossible to escape. But the biggest change wouldn't be external, it would be internal. Because death doesn't just end life, it gives it shape. It defines beginnings and endings. It creates contrast. Without it, life becomes something else entirely. Not a story, but an endless sequence. And without an ending, it's hard to say what any of it means. This is the part most people overlook. We don't find meaning despite our limits. We find meaning because of them. The fact that time is limited is the reason it feels valuable. The fact that moments end is the reason they matter. And the fact that life is temporary is what makes it real. You don't have infinite time, and that's not a weakness. It's the one thing that gives your choices weight. You can delay things, you can hesitate, you can wait for the perfect moment, but time will keep moving anyway. And that's what makes action important. Not because the universe demands it, but because your window is small enough for it to matter. If humans lived forever, life might feel endless, but it wouldn't feel meaningful. So the question isn't how do we escape death? It's what are you going to do with the time you actually have?